so hitting the scene. Shit tales of Oz and foreigner dreams. Tales are crazy wild as the wind. Raps and madness can make you spin. Shit tales rolling Florida's king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tuning folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast Sea. Shit tales rolling Florida's king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tuning folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast Sea. Shit tales rolling Florida's king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tuning folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Shit-Towners shenanigan-infused show of all the Craptown Florida Man Power Ranking. I am joined by friend, colleague, and co-host Anthony Caruso.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, wherever you are listening right around this great world. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am back in Sydney. I can officially confirm I am safe from the Victorian machete wars that are going on right now, NCR.
Good, I was worried about you.
Mate, we were all very worried about that. The boxes were popping up everywhere for everyone to voluntarily hand in their machetes.
You'll take my machete from my cold, dead hand. But before we go any further, we are joined by our special guest, the man, the myth, the legend. You see him on patrol on YouTube, Mr. Dickbag Patrol.
What's up, fellas?
Hey,
good
welcome
to have
to
you
the
here, sir.
podcast.
Thank you.
This is going to be an experience for you. Of course, we've seen so many of your cartoons going after, especially those going after Chili and Wrangler. But,
Yeah.
mate, we all know this is the pinnacle of your career right now, being on this show.
Oh, undoubtedly. Absolutely. I can hardly believe it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm shaking a little bit right now.
But before we go any further, we have a word from our sponsors. And this is one of our longest running and a special request to appear on this show.
Does your bathroom feel dated? Do the tiles take you back to a bygone era? Have you lost the will to enjoy quiet time immersed in water? Then make sure you reach out for some Tub Time with Tina. Tub Time with Tina is the new premier interior design company specializing in turning your bathroom from drab to glam. With a wide range of products and services, you won't need to feel ashamed of your bathroom anymore. Book in Tub Time with Tina and let's make Tub Time party time.
Thank you, Tina Slave, for sponsoring us with Tub Time with Tina.
It's a great way to spend a day.
It is.
Tina's a nice lady.
She is. I've talked to her offline, and she's just a sweet woman, and you know she loves the joke. And we were actually talking the other night, and she said, "Listen, I need to know when you're dropping merch, and are you going to have a Tub Time with Tina shirt? Because somebody special wants it." I'm like, I promise you, the minute I start the merch store, that's going to be one of the first shirts, and I will send you one for free.
Nice.
That sounds kinky.
It does, but
Yeah.
yeah. And just one more quick hit from our sponsors over at Aura. Today's sponsor is Aura. We spend more time and more time online. We need to keep our data safe. This is where today's sponsor, Aura, comes in. Aura is an all-in digital security and credit monitoring app. Aura gives you 24-hour monitoring, parental controls, scam call protection, and most importantly, identity protection. And why is that last one important? Some websites and apps ask you to verify your identity by sending in a photo of your ID. A few weeks ago, the app T was hacked, where that information was leaked. But Aura can also remove that data from data brokers who sell your data without you knowing. Take a look for yourself what Aura has done for me. What you're seeing is all the websites that data brokers have sold my data to that I was unaware of. Some of these are pending, and some of these websites, I was like,
What the hell is even that?
Aura is offering you a free 14-day trial that you can cancel at any time by simply clicking my link at aura.com/NCR or scanning the QR. Make sure you keep your data safe by using my link. That's aura.com/NCR or scan my QR code and start today with your free 14-day trial. You can cancel at any time. That's aura.com/NCR for your free 14-day trial. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Stream. I say it so much now, it's stuck in my head.
Seems to be a lot of things stuck up there at the moment, NCR. I'm a little bit concerned for you.
Yeah, just nothing a few Vaucluse bitters couldn't fix.
And as part of that, Dick Bag, for joining us here today, you'll be getting a complimentary case of Vaucluse Bitter.
Thanks. I don't know what
Alrighty.
that means. I don't know what that means, but
It's an Australian beer that we have sponsored us.
oh, okay, nice. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony, for that one. I don't know.
No,
how
absolutely. Don't forget Reginald as well as the leader of the Emu Army Band.
True. So we're going to kick things off as we always do before we get into the stories with the morning briefing from Sheriff Grady Judd. Dick Bag, I'm fairly certain you know Sheriff Judd.
Not sure. It doesn't ring a bell, but
Sheriff Grady Judd is a sheriff in Central Florida that roasts people daily and during press conferences. Like, he did a press conference where they did a massive drug sting. He took the chains off the guys he arrested, wore them during the press conference in full uniform, and starts rapping about how he busted them.
oh dear. So a character then.
He's an actual sheriff.
No,
And
I
he
mean
just did
he's.
he's a character.
Yeah.
But he's done that to sex offenders. He's done it to drug dealers. He's done it to his own deputies who fucked up. Like, one of the big things was he was asked at a press conference after they had two deputies shot, a canine officer killed, the handler killed, and one of the deputies shot. After they found the suspect and he drew a gun that he had stole from the deputies onto the SWAT team, why did they fire 168 rounds? Because that's all the rounds we had on us.
Wow.
He doesn't play around.
Strap in.
Here's our first morning briefing.
People just have to be nice. So there's a 70-year-old lady, and she is driving to meet her 75-year-old husband at a restaurant. And all of a sudden, this little red Acura pulls out behind this lady in her Cadillac Escalade and starts beeping the horn. Beep, 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 beep. Well, the 70-year-old doesn't know what she's done, but she pulls over. And guess what? Nina Uricola, who's 40,
Oh, dear God.
30 years younger than our victim, jumps out, starts screaming and cussing and hitting the car and keying it. She takes off and she goes on to the restaurant. This Acura follows her to the restaurant. She gets out and she runs to her husband, who's 75. He comes out to see what's going on. Now Nicholas, who's driving the Acura, is out screaming
Nicholas,
and cussing and carrying on.
I have a bad
and
feeling about
punches
this.
a 75-year-old man in the face. And the 75-year-old man tries to fight back.
So far, nominees for the fucking wood chipper right now. Agreed?
Yep. Woody's
Yeah.
Wood Chipper Emporium. Great sponsors of the show.
I mean, who punches a 75-year-old man?
Nicholas Pope, evidently.
It created quite a
He's such an
kerfuffle
unholy-
right there at the restaurant. And I want to ask Nicholas, who's 41 from Lakeland, and Nina,
Oh,
what are you thinking?
motherfuckers.
These are old folks. What in the world could have possibly happened to cause you to stalk her, to follow her, to key her car? What could happen, Nicholas, for you to punch an old man in the face and start a fight with
Looked at
him?
him crossways.
Are you kidding me? Well, we tracked them down when they called us because my deputies and detectives are the very best, and they don't like that. And we locked them up on some real serious felony charges. Hey, folks, take a deep breath. Don't do road rage. You can end up in jail or worse sometime. Have a good day. Hello.
Whoa. That took a turn. And I'm especially
Yeah.
pissed off because they did this from Lakeland, where I used to live. I grew up there, so it's even worse for me. Those might have been people who lived on my street I used to live on. It's just
family from that area, actually. Some of my
I've got a lot-
family's from that area.
I got family still down there in that area, and I'm fairly certain you can vouch for it. Something about Polk County is just wild. Like, they got zero chill. But if you think,
Absolutely.
but the next morning briefing, because we had to have to twofer because it was just so fucking wild this week down there, is a little bit more risque.
So there's things you ought not to do. And one of those things is you ought not to bite and hit your husband. But that's what Leilani Sullivan did. She's 24 years of age. She's from Polk City. And she got drunk. And you might ask, how drunk did she get? Oh, brother, she got rip-roaring drunk. Took off every bit of her clothes. When we found her, she was in the front yard of the house after biting and slapping around her husband, who dialed
Jesus.
911. So we tried to arrest her, and she didn't like that at all. In fact, one of our female deputies was trying to help her get dressed, and she started fighting with the female deputy. Well, finally, we got her in the car and on her way to jail. And as you can tell from this photograph, it looks like she had a rough night doing something.
Drugs.
How much do you have to drink? Alcohol, that is, to rip off all your clothes, slap your husband around, bite him, and then lay down in the front yard? I can't answer that, but Leilani can. Have a good day. Good.
So the real question I have to ask, was she naked or was she buck naked? Well, no, because he's actually described it. Naked means you can still have your socks on. Buck naked means you got nothing on. So was she naked or buck naked?
I think we should follow up with them on that.
I might have to go do a Freedom of Information Act request. God bless the sunshine laws. Anthony, do you have the ceremonial
Yes,
coin?
sir. Yes, I have the ceremonial coin in front of me here. NCR, make the call.
Heads, going heads this week.
There's the flip. And there's a head.
Nice. We're kicking things off with a bit of a foul story that kind of ties into something that happened last week.
Oh, no.
Yep. Florida woman knocked unconscious by duck while riding roller coaster is filing lawsuit. You thought
Oh,
the magpies
boy.
were bad?
Hey, those magpies, I'll have you know, are flying dicks. Now, Dickbag has probably seen the videos of our magpies, and they're nasty.
Yeah. So
Hey,
wait,
no-
can you read that headline again? Because I don't think I got it all, to be honest. Roller coaster
Woman-
and a duck.
Woman knocked unconscious by duck while riding a roller coaster. Lawsuit claims.
Oh, okay. All right. I did hear that correctly. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
Wow.
So, a Florida woman is suing SeaWorld after she was knocked unconscious after taking after her day took a foul turn. Yes, I'm reading the actual article.
Oh, that's bad. This is getting into NT Times levels bad.
The woman's lawsuit, which was filed on Monday, says she was riding the park's ride, Mako roller coaster, back in March when a duck flew into the roller coaster's path, hitting her in the face and knocking her unconscious due to the crash by the duck.
Well, that's
Now-
definitely SeaWorld's fault, right?
I mean, yeah. Hank, thank you for being a member for 25 months. That joke was
Oh, get out, Hank.
no. Hank stays. He's one of our sponsors. We cannot upset him. Hank's decking has kept us going. He's keeps the lights on here.
Yeah, Dickbag. I'll bet you didn't know that Hank has the biggest and best deck in town.
I did not.
Nah.
Now I do.
Now I'm going to bring up the actual video from the station.
Hang on. Before you play, check out his front two teeth.
You think he's related to the beaver?
And then the beavers came, and the beaver got angry.
Lawsuit after a woman claims she was knocked unconscious by a duck while riding a roller coaster. Her lawsuit claims the incident happened on the park's Mako roller coaster back in March. The suit also claiming the roller coaster disorients birds, which increases the risk of one of these collisions. The woman is asking for at least $50,000 in the lawsuit.
I mean,
Successfully
come on. You can't get mad because you're riding a roller coaster and a fucking duck hits you in the face. I mean, Fabio got hit with a seagull and he walked it off.
Yeah.
I can.
Ridiculous.
I hope she didn't get the bill for that as well.
Oh.
You know what? Just for that, Anthony, I have to. Shenanigans.
Na 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 na
Shenanigans.
na 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 na.
Call shenanigans for that horrible joke. Anthony, who is number 10 for the shit towns of Australia?
Well, before we get to that, I actually have some honorable mentions, would you believe? Because I don't know if you know, one of our major sources for this is the Shit Towns of Australia Facebook page, which, by the way, make sure you go check it out, give it a like, subscribe, check out all the other stuff they've got there. But they went big this week. They've gone extended.
Could this be a sign of things to come for the
The fact that Port Pirie came in 20th is a sign. Oh, we got a super chat.
Thank you, Hank, for the $5 super chat. SeaWorld often answers is ducky. Oh, thank you, Hank.
So some of the stories that have come out in my honorable mentions include Adelaide in South Australia, where a drunk driver has been charged after doing burnouts in front of the police while 3 times over the legal alcohol limit.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Indeed.
The second one that we've got is from Sydney, where a teen has been charged after strapping himself to the ceiling rails of a train in a BDSM-style performance art. Dick bag, not something you've probably heard of ever before.
Yeah, I get the idea.
Yeah. I mean, fair play. If you're into that kind of thing, we don't kink shame here, but probably not a train.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to run a train. I mean,
Well, it certainly adds to an element of danger, I guess.
This is true. We've had a fight break out in NCR, the Alice,
Oh dear God, not them assholes
where
again.
ferals have been brawling in the streets. One group armed with squeegees, and the other armed with frozen kangaroo tails.
Pardon me.
Hey, that's
You heard right. You heard right in that regards there.
Frozen kangaroo tails.
Yes. That's,
More-
I mean, it's,
What is the? I mean, I guess what is the freezing add to it?
I don't know, good for one hit, and that's about it. But here's the
Yeah,
problem then
it's-
as well. It's Alice Springs, which is the middle of Australia, where
Oh
in-
my
in
God.
spring and summer.
I know about Alice Springs. I knew a guy in college who was from there, and he told me like it's a really small place, right? And it's so small, everybody has their own song in the town. That when you would go into the local bar, everybody would like sing your song, kind of a situation.
Yeah.
And every single I've met so many Australians out here in California, and every single one of them I ask, hey, have you ever heard of Alice Springs? Every single one knows where Alice Springs, even though it's little tiny place out in the middle of nowhere. And it turns out the reason for that, which somebody finally told me, was that it's the Dingo Ate My Baby town.
Not far, yeah. Not far
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. So yeah, Alice Springs, sure.
But our feature, honorable mention, NCR takes us to Bundaberg in Queensland, home of famous Bundaberg rum.
Do they make the ginger beer too?
Yes.
Because that shit is tits.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry. Can I say that on the show? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
dude. We see way worse.
Okay.
Now, what's the story? I've got the article for us, NCR, for this, for our official honorable mention. An OnlyFans model faces losing her house after her sugar daddy is accused of massive tax fraud.
Was he from Wales? Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. I don't care.
Oh, dear God. When Bridget Cotter began making money from explicit content at the age of 18 on OnlyFans, one subscriber was more generous than others, she says. For 3 years, the man showered her with random extravagant cash gifts, including $20,000 for drinks when she was on holiday in Bali once, she says. He was a sugar daddy. I provided a service to him online. Who was the gentleman's name? Colin Kinest, a thick-set man from his 30s from the regional Queensland town of Bundaberg. Since then, they've met 3 times. Nothing serious.
Well, doesn't seem that way.
Colin has a wife.
Oh.
Now, on top of that, Miss Cotter became the owner of a freshly renovated 4-bedroom house in Kumira in the north of the Gold Coast, which cost $867,000. Now, she had her first home, no mortgage, and she was also earning on the side $100,000 a year from OnlyFans.
It's not bad.
There's a small problem. She received a letter from the Australian Tax Office which contained a penal notice from the federal court explaining there was a freezing order against her and her house with a value of $867,000. Why was this? It's because Mr. Kinest is now up on tax fraud charges. And some of the money that had been siphoned off from those tax claims went towards paying for this house.
Ooh.
When you lay down with dogs.
Yep.
You get
And-
freezed.
Now, one thing we will warn you, Dickbag, we love a bit of naming and shaming.
Okay.
So guess what we have?
I don't know.
Gentlemen, on the left is Colin Kinest with his wife. On the right is Cotter.
She's not bad looking. I mean, both women are fairly attractive.
A photo of them. There's a photo of the house, and there's a photo of Bridget Cotter in her truck with her red P plate.
You know, I was kind of wondering if we were going to have some of the exclusive photos, but apparently you didn't want to spring for that.
No, I didn't. But she claims to be on OnlyFans for it. But let's face it, you, myself, Dickbag, know what kind of operation she's actually running.
It's a pornography store. I was buying pornography.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
How that didn't make the top 10, I don't know. My 10th place this week. And NCR for my first one officially for this week. I'm going to need a little bit of assistance with this one. Get bubbles ready. Because in 10th place is Cessnock in New South Wales, where residents are outraged by public spewing, shitting, and fucking in homeless encampments on the main street.
Oh, dear.
It's just not right. It's really eerie here. Something's fucky.
Something is very fucky, Dickbag. Are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Confronting footage of a homeless encampment in Cessnock, New South Wales has sparked anger from residents as the spread of rough sleepers continues to divide regional Australia. Videos circulating online show a man projectile vomiting in his makeshift camp at HG Sternbeck Park on the city's main street. The park has become cluttered with a tent, furniture, and other debris. Can lounge around in your camp at the main street all day, doing drugs, drinking alcohol, spewing piss, and shitting in public. What a town we live in, the caption says. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, get a look at this. That is a picture of the tent and some of the encampment. Now, to be fair, it's clear they've also got some solar powered set up for the tent.
Well, you got to have the mood set if you're going to bang in public. I mean, put a bit of the rugby match on, have some discount cheap alcohols for chilled. You know, you got to woo people these days, man.
They call them rough sleepers.
Yep. And what's more, here's a video of some of what was going on in there. Just skip ahead a little bit. So there's the video there of someone explaining the situation. But there you go. You can see it's in plain sight of the main street. So it's a really sad state of affairs in Cessnock at the moment.
Yeah, I see a whole lot of that out here too, for sure.
NCR,
Yep.
It's not as bad as one of the mayors in my state. I live in Ohio, and from a few years ago, out of Cleveland, we had a mayor want to ban ice shanties for this exact reason. If we allow ice shanties, it would lead to prostitution.
I remember that story.
And this was his argument to the city council. If we allow more ice fishing permits, we're going to have to hire more fire rescue, more police, more people who are trained in cold water rescue. That makes sense. I'm on board with you. I'm following you. And following to that, he's like, and if we allow the extra people, they're going to bring shanties. And what happens when we have shanties? Prostitution comes afterwards. I don't know how he makes that jump, but he does.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it following the logic of like next to a military base, there's always prostitutes or whatever? I don't even know how true that
I don't even know how it works. And I'm still trying to figure out the exchange rate for walleye to half and half.
NCR, who is your number 9?
Number 9 is another Florida woman. Florida woman pulls weapon on family over language gap after nearly hitting them with her Prius. She's rich and thought, good luck. I am not making this shit up, but road rage incident. Road rages are common these days, but there are usually between two drivers. One road rage incident in Lee County, Florida, however, took place between a family that does not speak English and a driver in a sports car. Oh, it's her Porsche. I'm sorry. I know Phil's going to hate me for this. Apparently, the Porsche driver got furious that the family was in the way and that she couldn't understand them and threatened them with a weapon. Yes, the weapon in question is a firearm. So,
because of course it is.
Esmeralda Cruz, age 23, is the Porsche driver in question. And on October 26th, she decided to rev up her sports car along 19th Street down Southwest near Ruth Avenue, where surveillance footage caught her swerving and narrowly missing a man and his family shortly after confronting Cruz. They could not understand each other. The family does not speak English. As a translator tried to mediate, Cruz grabbed her handbag and threatened the family. But not only that, we have footage, which I will be playing in a minute. Cruz's video, which has been seized as evidence, shows her and has hit Reddit like a storm. According to this, she has been arrested. And she is facing time now, but let me bring this up because it's just wild with Florida woman. Florida woman always got to be wilding.
Roll that beautiful footage. Just trying to work out what Porsche that is.
Oh God, it keeps wanting to fucking stop here. I don't know why it's doing it. Yeah, I mean, wasn't that rough?
What the hell?
Yeah. She's only 23, folks.
Wow.
Yeah. But to be fair, that's like a typical day in Florida.
Well, that's the worst thing we've seen so far, I think, personally.
Yeah. But that's only my number 9. Shit's only going to get weirder and worse from here.
Wow.
Yeah. That looked like a Carrera S she was driving. Now, I got two things I want to ask about that story. First off, who does a Porsche in blue?
A D-Gen?
Oh, yeah. First off,
that electric blue.
Yeah, exactly.
In particular.
Secondly, how did the 23-year-old afford a Porsche Carrera S?
From her daddy, of course.
Yeah.
Daddy,
What kind of daddy?
Daddy, I need a Porsche. All the other girls are making fun of me. I'm driving a Mazda. I need a Porsche.
Jeez.
She's a special kind of girl.
I mean, we all know the kind of person that drives a Porsche generally is going through a midlife crisis. And I refer particularly to the Porsche Boxster, the ultimate midlife crisis car.
You still make that?
Regrettably, yes. Moving on to the number 9 for Shit Sounds of Australia, and we head off to Ballarat in Victoria, where a feral teen has been accused of breaking into a bank and causing $30,000 worth of damage. Now, thanks to the Courier down in Ballarat. They've decided to put this story behind a paywall. So to the Courier, F you for putting it behind a paywall. But the case has now been closed. The teen has been convicted after he managed to break into a local bank in Ballarat, stole a small sum of money, and caused $30,000 worth of damage. The reason why he caused so much damage in that bank in particular is because he realized that banks more and more these days are becoming cashless. And so out of sheer frustration, he just went around and vandalized the place.
Well, he was already there, you know.
Did he just use the die packs? Like, just throw them against the wall or something?
Well, you know, it could be worse. We've had stories before where people have gotten so frustrated that shit has literally been thrown.
That is true. But did he also steal the fucking lollies that they give you out at the bank? Because if so, he's a dick.
Oh, he's a right roll dick. So, anyway. NCR, who's your number 8?
Number 8 is another Florida woman. Florida woman has been on a roll this week.
What is going on with Florida woman this week?
Well, this one is a bit out there, but Florida woman known as a serial dine and dasher arrested after refusing to pay her $27.55 meal, claims to be the wife of Eminem who will pay for her meal.
Oh my God. And I just want to bring up NCR that I think Eminem has been floating around in the chat for this as well. A couple of people have brought it up already in the chat. So it's like they knew what was coming to a certain extent.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Please stand
Will
up.
the real Slim Shady please stand up? Collect your wife. But let's get into this. All right. A 54-year-old woman was arrested at the Silver Springs Diner after she allegedly refused to pay for her meal and told the manager that her spouse, hip-hop legend Eminem, would be paying the bill. On Monday, October 20th, the Monroe County Sheriff's corporal responded to the Darren Dogg's Gone and Good Diner located at 5125 East Silver Springs Boulevard in Silver Springs, Florida, in reference to a female customer refusing to pay her bill. According to the arrest report, upon arriving, the manager told the corporal that the customer, identified as Jennifer Helen Kebler, had ordered a meal, finished the meal, and Kebler allegedly refused to pay, and manager was advised by Kebler that she had done this before. In the report, the corporal noted that Kebler was sitting at the table with the plate in front of her and the receipt. She also had told the corporal that her spouse, Marshall Mathers, also known as Eminem, would pay the bill.
I can tell you from experience that doesn't work.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. There's been crazier stories in the past, but furthering telling the corporal that she only has $10 in her pocket, according to the report, she was detained and placed in handcuffs and taken to the patrol vehicle. The diner provided a copy of the receipt, which showed that she had ordered a soda, 2 entrees, a chocolate milk, and that total order was $27.55. After being read her Miranda rights, she claims Eminem had previously picked up her tab at the diner before, and she expected him to do the same. On Monday, because He has unlimited money, according to the report. I did not know he had unlimited money. If you want to sponsor us, hey man, I'll say nice things about Detroit. I mean, I enjoy Fago. I enjoy the Insane Clown Posse. Kid Rock's got some good hits. I'll shill your city, man. Just send a check to me.
NCR only needs one thing. You need about Trifity.
I need about 350. The diner manager confirmed that he did not pay the bill previously. Mentioned post Miranda Wright interview, she was placed under arrest and booked into the county where she did not have a wallet, purse, or any other means to pay in her possession other than a $10 bill in her pocket. The Monroe County county records show that she remains in custody and she's being charged with defrauding an innkeeper under $300, which is a fucking old-timey law they still have on the books down there.
Innkeeper.
A court date has not been scheduled as of yet, according to jail records. But wait till you see her.
Oh no.
Yeah, because you can really tell this is M's kind of woman.
Let's see it.
Looking sharp.
You know, maybe it's makeup, maybe it's meth. I don't know.
That looks like
I mean,
buckshot is what that looks like.
I just put on some Tabasco to look nice for him.
Maybe it's methamphetamine.
All right. Who would actually try this in real life? Like, let's say you have that opportunity to say to a restaurant, a celebrity's going to pick up the tab. Who do you go with?
George Clooney. And you want to know why? I've got a strategy behind it. I'll just go to George Clooney and say, I watched Batman and Robin, and he'll just refund me the ticket.
Pay for my tab and we'll call it even.
He has given people money.
Yep.
When they tell him that they saw Batman and Robin, he'll pull out his wallet and give him like $10, $20.
Yeah, he's not the only one. He's not the only one, mind you, as well, dickbag. I believe Bob Hoskins does the same thing. If anyone goes up to him and says they've watched the Super Mario Brothers movie, he'll refund the value of the ticket.
Well, not
with inflation.
He's passed on now, I believe.
They're like, yeah, he was a good man, very good actor,
very good.
So, who would you pick, dickbag?
Well, you kind of caught me off guard with this question. It's provocative, yet who would I probably Gary Busey. He's sort of like default crazy celebrity for all-purpose situations like this, right?
I mean, I think he would actually pay it because he might be like, wait a minute, did I tell that guy I would? I think I did. I might have, I'm not sure, so I'll pay the bill.
Yeah, and they might be like, I don't want to fuck with Gary Busey. Just fine, get out. That's fine.
I would choose Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, it's a good shout. It's a good shout.
Well, no, here's why. He would do it.
Yeah,
he is that cool of a guy.
I do have an honorable mention for the question. Russell Crowe.
I'm surprised you didn't say Angela White for obvious reasons.
Hey, Angela, I will not have Angela White's name disparaged here, all right?
Okay, no. Angela White, you would use just for the fact that you could try to meet her for your plan.
I'm afraid I don't know who Angela White is.
Anthony, fill him in, please.
Angela White has now officially become Australia's second greatest ever export behind AC/DC. Who is she? She is an adult film star.
Gotcha. So is she
You're
more or
burying the-
less popular than what's her name? The one that was in Walkabout. Yeah, an American Werewolf in London.
Anthony, you're burying the lead. Why would you have chosen her?
Why would I have chosen her, or why would I not have chosen her?
Why would you have chose her? Why would you have picked Angela White? Why is there a reason I have you do this for your plan to meet her?
Everyone, the running joke you have within any sort of marriage is that you have a cheat list. I've officially declared it on my cheat list.
Yeah, but your missus said go for it.
Yeah, as long as she gets Chris Hemsworth. And look, to be fair, I can't argue with Chris Hemsworth.
Well, Corey Feldman for me, obviously there.
Yeah. Well played.
Before we get derailed any further, please, Anthony, who is number 8 for the shit towns of Australia?
Number 8 takes us to Mount Gambier in South Australia, where a weirdo has been arrested after allegedly setting trees and bushes on fire while wearing a mask and cape and carrying a stolen bag of goon.
What the fuck is goon?
Wine in a bag.
Why am I not surprised?
Now,
Is there any other way to carry wine?
Now, in Australia, we love our goon bags, or cask wine, as we also call it. And there's one thing we love to do from time to time, which is where we tie them all up onto a Hills Hoist clothesline, the one that rotates around. And we love to play a bit of Goon of Fortune with it. Everyone stands underneath, and they just go for a spin.
Okay.
How effective of a delivery system is that?
Very effective. Very, very effective.
Nice.
A man accused of lighting a bushfire just outside Mount Gambier while he was wearing a silver mask and black cape has been denied bail. The Mount Gambier Magistrate Court heard Travis Dole, 37, also allegedly swore at 2 women on Friday evening before they noticed the fires he is accused of lighting at the city's Valley Lake. Police say Mr. Dole stole a cask of wine from a liquor store in Mount Gambier earlier in the day and was seen with a box at Valley Lake, a recreational lake next to the more famous Blue Lake. Police charged Mr. Dole with causing a bushfire, threatening to cause harm, theft, and offensive language. The prosecutor told the court Mr. Dole swore at the 2 ladies about 6:30 p.m. on October 24 and allegedly threatened to rape them because what a charming human he is.
Wow. Gross.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's just say he did manage to get a little bit of damage in because that's one of the roads there leading around Valley Lakes, and there's the fire just there.
Lovely.
Very, very thankful that it happened at this time of year and not any later in the year for us, because that could have gotten out of control very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dickbag, you're very aware of the forest fires that happened in California.
Yeah.
What was it about? 6 months or 18 months ago?
True. I can't remember. But yeah, there was a series. There was the ones that were near the Burbank area, and then we had. I mean, there's
the Palisades was the worst.
The Palisades was awful. I believe over like Altadena, also. Yeah.
Now,
Terrible.
one of the things that people need to realize with this is that one of the main trees that we do have in Australia, in fact, you don't see any other kind of tree generally when you come to Australia. It actually has a bit of a link with some of the trees they have in California, is that they're Australian gum trees.
Gum trees?
The oil in the gum trees are highly flammable.
Mm.
So those trees matured a few years ago in California. They were surprised about what they got. This is what we have to put up with every summer. That's how bad it gets there. So, ladies and gentlemen, please don't play with fire. Please, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
And
NCR.
again,
Yes.
before we go to my number 7, on behalf of the Sunshine State, I do have to apologize for one of our Florida men starting the fucking Palestine's fire. I am sorry.
Yeah, they caught him recently, right?
Yeah. He was out of from the Orlando area, which explains a lot. But for number 7 for Florida man, a Florida man and son rescued after being after they get their vehicle stranded in the snow on a Colorado summit. And I do have the video. I'm bringing it up now. It's a short one, but Florida man can't just keep his shenanigans in the Sunshine State. He has to take them stateside.
Well, new tonight, some pictures from the Hinsdale search and rescue team after they were called to help San Juan and Ouray counties with a stranded driver.
This is quite the rescue here. The driver and his son stuck west of the summit of Engineer Pass, one of the highest and most rugged passes in Colorado. Hinsdale got that call just before 7 last night. Around 9:45, they were able to make contact with the father and son. Turns out they were visiting from Florida, certainly not used to these conditions. Their Jeep got stuck in 2 feet of snow yesterday afternoon around 4 o'clock as those weather conditions worsened. You can see how much snow there was. Hinsdale posting the images on social media with the caption, "We're grateful for the quick coordination between county teams and for a safe outcome for all involved."
And then,
what can you expect from Florida man? Well, I mean, it's Florida man. They're gonna get stuck somewhere. They're gonna get stranded somewhere. But apparently, we can't leave these people unattended.
Certainly not in the snow.
Well, yeah, they can't handle that. You know, you put them in a bog, you put them in a swamp, they'll survive. Put them on the corner of MLK and Orange Blossom Trail, not so much, but that's for different reasons. Anthony, who is your number 7, sir?
Number 7. Oh, this is all sorts of effed up, this story here. And this is my first nomination. My first nomination for the wood chipper. We're off to Darwin in the Northern Territory, where a racing greyhound has tested positive for meth. Oh, I'm gonna have to.
Drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad. Because drugs are bad, okay? It's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs, okay? That'd be bad. Drugs are bad, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, once again, this story is behind a paywall thanks to the NT News. But yes, a territory trainer whose greyhound was pumped with methamphetamines and metabolites has been disqualified for 16 months with a scandal revealed in the first NT Racing and Wagering Commission annual report published in more than 3 decades. Now, for those who don't know, greyhound racing is actually quite big in Australia. It is very heavily regulated, especially given that there's been countless stories of greyhounds being put down when they become uncompetitive anymore, which is just, if the stories are true, that's just downright disgraceful. But, they pumped this dog full of methamphetamine and metabolic steroids to compete.
I can just imagine that dog at a race. I mean, I'm just going to make up a name. And the Luck of Queensland is making his sprint through. And wait a minute, he's crossed the finish line, and now he's going to the parking lot, and he's stealing a Cadillac Converter.
It could be worse. He could be stealing some copper.
Well, he did that already.
Yeah, dickbag. That's been one of the big trends over the last 12 months is people stealing copper.
You mean in Australia?
Predominantly, yes.
Interesting. What's the motivation? I mean, are they reselling it? for money?
I believe that. Yeah, I believe that's what they're doing at the moment. Is that they've been basically trying to melt down the copper and sell it, and they don't care where they get it from either. It could be like stolen telecommunication lines. It could be, plaques on tombstones.
Any churches been hit?
Yes.
Lots of cemeteries.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, no joke. We covered it. I think it was like March or April. They had went and stole 2,000 pounds worth of copper from churches and neighboring houses.
And for context, you're asking about the whether they're doing for money, dickbag. The price of copper reached its 5-year peak in July 2025 when it reached $5.79.
Well, there's your motivation right there.
Yeah.
And to be fair, in Red Bank, New Jersey, at one point they were using copper as currency, and this was like 2012, 2013. Like, dudes were going into bodegas and like, yo, man, I got some scrap copper. Let me pay for that. And they were doing it.
It's mental. It's absolutely mental what's been going on with that. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they was paying for the operation with stolen copper. Would not be surprised. And to answer Rodney, I believe that is per pound of copper. So that could get to big money very quickly.
I put all my money in pewter. I'm telling you.
It's making a comeback.
It's gonna happen.
It will.
Am I gonna see you running around on the floors of Wall Street yelling buy pewter, buy pewter?
No. It's all online these days, fellas.
Fair enough. With that, NCR, who's your number 6?
Number 6, and you wouldn't believe it, but it's another Florida woman.
Oh, for God's sakes!
This is the week of Florida woman. Florida woman is charged with theft after allegedly identifying herself through social media posts. All right. Her bad decisions landed her in jail. Florida woman is charged with credit card theft after identifying her through her social media posts, sheriffs say.
It's nice when they leave a trail of breadcrumbs, isn't it?
It is. Brandy Gulfport is 19 and stands accused of fraudulently using a person's identity, and the person happened to be 65 years or older. The fraudulent use of the credit card more than 2 times in a 6-month period of petty theft landed her in the Flagler County Sheriff's radar. On August 9th, deputies began a fraud investigation based on the incident where they said it occurred at the Palm Nail Salon in Palm Coast, a small city roughly located 60 miles southeast of Jacksonville. The alleged victim said that she had visited the salon on August 6th and then 3 days later realized her credit card had been missing. When they eventually checked for her credit card's activity, they noticed 10 fraudulent charges placed between August 6th and August 9th, with over $500 in purchases at stores and restaurants throughout Palm Coast. According to a press release during the investigation, they deactivated the detectives obtained surveillance footage from the store where the victim's card was used, and according to them, they identified a dark-haired woman wearing a camouflage hooded jacket. Otherwise, the investigators had very little to go on. But on September 23rd, the sheriffs posted the attempted identity report on Facebook where a low-res photo of the woman wearing a white hoodie turned out to be Gulfport herself reaching out about the post later that day. Oh my fucking God. This is like the guy who complained to the sheriff's office that he didn't like the fact that they used an old mugshot. So they arrested him and used his new mugshot. Oh. Later that day, detectives noticed the woman and called the Flagler County Emergency Communications Center and advised that she was the individual in the photo and asked to speak with the detectives working on the case, according to the press release. The detectives met her, and throughout the interview, they identified her, and she didn't think she did anything wrong, according to the sheriff's. Surveillance footage shows her using it to buy several small items from Walmart, including pens, notebooks, backpacks. You know, you can always just go to one of the churches or go to the police giveaways. They usually do backpack giveaways for kids for school if you need them that bad. But she also defiantly said that she found the card and had been informed by an employee at the nail salon that she didn't know who it was, so she just kept it. On October 15th, they issued an warrant for arrest, and on October 16th, she was arrested and booked into the Volusia County Correctional Facility in Daytona Beach, where she was released on a $4,000 bond. No updates on a court date, but yeah. Look at our Florida woman, fellas. This is just charming. I mean, who could say no to her?
Oh. Well, to be fair, there's really no way to tell who a credit card belongs to.
Yeah, it's not like there's a name on the back of the card.
Right.
Anthony, who is your number 6?
Number 6 to take us to our halftime break. And originally we were going to go to Stradbroke in Victoria, where a grub has crapped on the side of a highway and then smeared his shit on an emergency services sign. Unfortunately, I was unable to find the story. So instead, bugger it, we're going to go back to Ballarat, who are going to cop it a second time, because this one is shocking. A 55-year-old education support worker has set an Australian record for drink driving after recording a blood alcohol reading of, get ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants to have a guess? Who wants to have a guess?
All right, fine, I'll bite. I'm going to go 3 times over the legal limit, so 0.35.
So you're saying 0.35, dickbag?
I am sadly ignorant of the scale of drunk driving tests, so anything I say will be gobbledygook.
Well, it's usually the BAC is a BAC, so it's usually the same to what you'd be used to in the US. It's just that the legal limit in most of Australia is 0.05.
How about if I just say snookered?
I don't know.
0.533.
God dang. Jesus Christ, man. How is he not dead?
The man crashed into a residential home before being tested, with experts saying the level of intoxication, as you pointed out, NCR, would be considered fatal. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go check in with our good friends at Channel 7 News.
Taylor, thank you. Well, experts say it was a level of intoxication that could have killed him. A drink driver setting an Australian record after being caught more than 10 times over the legal limit in regional Victoria. The 55-year-old education support worker crashed into a front home in Ballarat before returning a blood alcohol reading of 0.533.
I mean,
That's nuts.
That is nuts.
Drink driving is the terminology in Australia.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, apparently they don't like the way we speak English here, so they have to be all fancy.
Yeah, one of the things we do differently in Australia as well, Dickbag, is that unlike in the US, where I think the vast majority of states use the field sobriety test, and you have to have reasonable articulable suspicion that someone's been drink driving or been driving while under the influence. Here in Australia, no, we don't do that. It's a random breath test. We pull over anyone, and every police car has a breathalyzer. As soon as you blow over, you're taken in for a secondary sample. No ifs, no buts.
How does the citizenry feel about that in general?
It's part of life.
Gotcha.
So, I think they need to talk to our sponsor because they should help them with these jackboot tyrants.
Do you want to sue someone you love? Need to protect your First Amendment rights no matter what the situation? Want to make yourself infamous in court? Make sure you give a call to DeCastro, Myers and Blandino. DeCastro, Myers and Blandino are the very best in self-sabotaging cases, ensuring that they can get you the maximum punishment for whatever crime you may have committed. They are also the perfect legal team to ensure that you can flood the legal system with unnecessary documentation. With the ability to practice nationwide, there is no need to risk dealing with land pirates. They come to you. The best part is, it is 100% guarantee money down. So give DeCastro, Myers and Blandino a call on 1-800-VEX-LIT and ensure that you are always making a record.
Habla español a premium dos. I mean, they
I
are
like-
the best.
I like their motto. If we win, we'll be as shocked as you. That's good.
We had fun with that one.
Oh my God, chili. Who's Myers? Is that Lane Myers or
That is Lane Myers.
Kind of out of kind of out of the loop of things.
Okay, so Lane Myers was actually found guilty for stalking and harassing a public employee this past, what was it, June? And his whole defense was, it wasn't me who called them, even though I encouraged people to do so and gave out the information, but it's public information. Yeah, it did not end well, especially when we had our own actual news correspondent from Really Cool News. Judy, you got this, in the courtroom when he was in court, and he was getting just fucking crazy and crazier at each hearing.
Wow. Yeah, I was I've heard the name. I was vaguely aware something was going on with the individual, but I have a limited time to focus on jackassery. So
Yeah.
probably for the best, right?
It is, because it was a train wreck of a case, because they had offered him a sweet deal and he turned it down.
Yeah. Chili too, actually. Chili, they offered him like some kind of anger management counseling and probation or whatever. And he put himself in that hole.
Like the first deal they offered Myers, I think it was like jail time or time served for serving like a week, 2 weeks in jail, and then the rest of it was going to be suspended. 6 months probation, and then he would have to take down all the videos that he did about the victim. He chose option B and to take it to court, where then he came up with his own proposal of option A. They give him time served on all things, no probation. He'll take down the videos and he'll apologize. But he wants the ability to sue everybody still.
In other words,
We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
and Chili And Lane Myers, being Chilean Lane Myers, did this.
I see you choosing the hard way. Okay.
Yes. But are you ready for number 5?
Oh, boy.
It's not
Let's
a
hear
Florida
it.
woman this time. It's a Florida man.
I thought it was going to be a Florida pig.
Get out. Get out. Florida man gets sick of teens riding e-bikes in his neighborhood and hits teen with his car.
Oh, get out. Seriously?
Yes. 45-year-old Todd Norwood is accused of battery and criminal mischief. The Ocala man was put behind bars last week after a traffic flare-up involving some children in his neighborhood, according to the police department. In the arrest affidavit, police say that they got called to Valleys Rose Way and Douglas Edward Drive on Friday evening, where upon arriving, the police had learned that a group of children had been riding their e-bikes in the neighborhood, but a BMW that had been driving by cut them off, with one of the passengers yelling, "Get out of the road," expletive. That person was later identified as Angelique Norwood, age 46. Then the reportedly got out of the BMW, approached the children, where they thought she wanted to fight them. One of the children, identified as a 13-year-old boy, told investigators he had been crossing the street near the incident, which the BMW struck him and then fled the scene. He had jumped off the bike in time, preventing any injuries, according to the affidavit. Meanwhile, the boy told police that Norwood grabbed one of his friends as he was taking pictures of the BMW. After letting go, Norwood approached a female witness who was recording the incident and reportedly yelled at her, "Delete the video." A verbal argument occurred, and Norwood walked away towards her residence to meet her husband. The police, reviewing the footage of the incident, followed the BMW, accompanied by the kids in the neighborhood, who escorted them down the road with the e-bikes. Police say one of the e-bikes was destroyed beyond repair. Despite that, the driver, identified as Todd Norwood, claims the children had been driving recklessly on those e-bikes and swerving in and out of the lane while shouting insults at the Norwood couple. They're fucking kids. They're going to say shit to you. Be the bigger person and walk away. Todd Norwood also told investigators that the 13-year-old swerved in front of his vehicle, nearly causing a collision. Angelique exited the vehicle to speak with the juvenile, and according to the affidavit, Todd said that the juvenile continued to ride around his vehicle, making him feel threatened for his life. So he decided to drive home to get away. Why his wife left him at the scene, leaving his wife at the scene, we don't know. He stated he was in fear and couldn't make the right judgment. Todd Norwood was ultimately arrested and is facing charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and criminal mischief, as his wife is also facing charges of battery. But wait till you see this lovely couple, because we do have their photos.
Oh, boy.
Here's Todd, and why does he look like a Timo version of Bob Saget? I have expected him to start calling for Joey and Jesse to come downstairs.
Oh dear God! Right down to the shirt. Honestly,
Yeah, it's a nifty sweater vest, guy.
That screams, in my spare time, I play golf. Which I got a bit of a problem, NCR, because he's driving. He said he was driving a BMW, correct?
Yes.
He was driving the wrong car.
Flirting outrageously with a waitress, and it's okay because he's got a Jag.
Yes. He should be driving a Jag with that attitude. But wait, we also have the wife. She looks like fucking Karen Reed.
Oh my god, it is.
It's like if Karen Reed and a fucking goblin had a kid and it was raised by a fucking narcissist.
She looks crazy.
She's got the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Dickbag, those are crazy bitch eyes, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. She's got just the blackest eyes I have ever seen. It's like staring into a black hole, knowing my soul's going to be sucked away, and she's going to demand to speak to my manager.
Oh dear.
Who is your number 5, sir?
Number 5 takes us to Minlaton in South Australia, where 5 towns have lost power after an unlicensed driver in an unregistered and uninsured car with fake plates crashed into a power pole. Dickbag, this one's right up your alley. Hundreds of properties in South Australia's Yorke Peninsula were left without power for more than 6 hours on Saturday evening after a car hit a Strobe pole and cut the electricity supply to surrounding areas. The driver was taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, but is expected to face court after checks revealed he has never held a license and the SUV had an altered number plate, police say. South Australia said the vehicle brought down power lines when it hit the Strobe pole, instantly cutting electricity supply to, and I kid you not, 1,142 properties. That's a big impact.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, allow me to show you the crash itself. Anyone who thinks they can't impact the lives of hundreds or indeed thousands of people have never crashed their car into a light pole before.
I've been there. Unfortunately.
And he's done a right roll number on that, hasn't he?
So he didn't have a license and he swapped the license plates?
Yes.
Is he a criminal? What's the deal? Did they
he's in a world of shit right now. There's the side on photo of it.
Well, he earned it.
Yeah, well, the problem he's going to have now is that not only is he going to be done for being unlicensed, unregistered, and then using fake plates, but I believe as well that he might be up for additional charges in terms of reckless damage to public property as part of this.
Lucky nobody else was hurt.
No, absolutely. Now, for a case like this, in most jurisdictions in Australia, this would be still considered what we call a summary offence. And you'd be looking at a summary or a traffic offence. Traffic offence is usually a lesser form of a summary offence. Normally, a traffic offence is like you get a speeding ticket and the police will just give you a speeding ticket, you pay the fine, that's it, you're on your way. You have the option to challenge it in court if you want to, but generally people just pay it and just get on with it. With this one, yeah, he's going to court. Now, the maximum punishment that they can get in local court or magistrate's court is 2 years in prison. So, is he going to get that? I mean, the laundry list is big enough that there's a chance.
Yeah, I think the adding the non-licensed and fake plates onto it, that's just that is not helping things at all.
I think he went to Artie McCulloch driving school. I am the living man. I don't need a license. I am not contracting with you or Great Britain, so I do not need a valid.
Was he a soft sit or something like that?
I mean, I wouldn't put it out of the question.
Hmm.
And God knows Australia's got its own problems with soft sits at the moment. There's one of them still on the run in the highlands of Victoria. So hopefully they find him and find him quick, because I think there's a few people who are going to ask him some questions.
Hmm.
And with that in mind, NCR, who is your number 4?
I'm going to need some help from CJ.
We're ready.
All right. A Florida man, college professor, arrested after slapping bike helmet off of children.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Yep. Yeah. All right. An argument between a Florida college professor and a student escalated, resulting in charges of battery and school trespassing being filed. The incident was captured on camera at the Jackson Heights Middle School campus. Yes, he attacked middle schoolers. Things heated up quickly in the video where Professor Sean Ping, I am not making that name up, that is his fucking name, had an argument with a student where allegedly Ping reportedly yelled at the boy to slow down as he rode to school on October 14th. The student told the professor no, where Ping's response was to follow him into the middle school campus. Once again, school grounds, the police say Ping grabbed the boy's arm, smacked the helmet off of his head, and shortly after, other students could be seen in the video jumping in to push Ping onto the ground. Police say the professor was there and should have never have gotten to this point where this adult was able to put his hands on a child. The unnamed mother of the student said. The mom of the said families and are concerned about this, how easily Ping was able to follow the student onto the campus and attack him, and the kids are in the first place to stop him. School staff security are also saying that as they see over there, there's always a way for police vehicles to be there. When the safety of where's our safety for the children? I wish we had this, but I'm going to say it. Oh, well, somebody please think of the children. Request for comment made to Ping's home was unanswered. Local media have been denied access, according to the professor at UCF College of Orthopedics and Photography. Anthony, who is your number 4?
Oh, boy. Sorry,
let me really quick. Orthopedics and photography? That's a strange mix.
Very unusual mix. Very unusual indeed. Our number 4 for Shoot Sounds of Australia takes us to Kununurra in Western Australia. Try to say that one quickly 3 times. And even though it's a multi for Kununurra, it is basically around the same theme. First off, we've got 17 feral kids being arrested after a crime spree, but our feature story this week, we haven't had him in a while. We're going to bring him back for this week. Now, youths as young as 10 allegedly chased down police in a stolen ute.
Have you ever tried simply turning off the TV, sitting down with your children, and hitting them?
8 juveniles have been arrested in Western Australia's north after a crime spree in Kununurra, with a video of an allegedly stolen vehicle chasing a police car posted online. Police say they were investigating a string of incidents that occurred in the early hours of Wednesday morning in the East Kimberley town, about 3,000 kilometres north of Perth. They said 2 Land Cruisers and a Toyota Prado were stolen and driven recklessly, including at police cars, forcing officers to stop the pursuit. The vehicles were taken from a commercial premises on Ponchetia Way and an apartment complex on the Victoria Highway. Police were called to the intersection and repeatedly tried to intercept the stolen cars in a pursuit that lasted about 3 hours, but were forced to abandon the exercise as the cars were driven erratically, endangering the public and officers. They say the juveniles eventually exited the cars and tried to flee on foot, but were arrested shortly afterwards. 4 juveniles, one as young as 10, have been charged in retaliation in relation to the incident. A further 4 have now been referred to the State Juvenile Justice Team. This is beyond belief, to be perfectly honest. And not only do we have some photos, we do have video of this as well. Here's the video of the incident being posted on Facebook. There they go. There's the police car being chased by one of the stolen SUVs. And what do they look like? There's one of them now. Photo of the chase. There's one of the utes that was damaged as part of it as well. And there's the 4-wheel drive. Sorry, the van that was stolen as well. Oh, honestly, dickbag. You and I see this, and we're just looking at it and just thinking, dead set kids these days.
So is Australia, are you noticing an increase in wacky, aberrant behavior like this? Or, is there always a certain level of this kind of shenanigan in Australia?
We've seen this growing in particular with youth crime.
Yeah.
And it needs to happen in either far north Queensland, the Northern Territory, or the remote areas of Western Australia.
You think social media plays into it at all?
Oh, I think part of it, yes. And what they love to do is obviously film the whole thing on for social media so they can get try and get their clout going early on. So
Right.
It's been a real problem. It has been a real problem.
It's a squeeze.
So, yeah, agreed. So they've tried to crack down now in Queensland because they've introduced a new law which is based around adult crimes, adult times. The problem they've got is, how do you define an adult crime in that regard? So we'll wait and see sort of if that's going to have any impact in the long term. NCR, I believe it is medal time. If NCR is still there.
What is medal time? Pray tell.
Sorry, adult. Oh, jeez, I've just lost my train of thought there for a second there. No, adult crime, adult time, I should be saying, sorry. So getting basically tried and then sentenced as an adult for certain crimes committed by youth.
Yeah, I got that. Did you say something about medal time?
Medal, as in the medals.
Oh, okay.
Bronze, we're to the top 3 now, into the bronze medals to start off with. So,
Got it.
Yeah, all good. NCR, where is he gone? I might have to just proceed with my bronze medal if that's going to be the case at the moment. And he's going to be annoyed because Dickbag, my top 3 all come from the same state. It is our own version of the Sunshine State of what should we say? The Sunshine State. All 3 stories are from Queensland.
Queensland, huh?
Yep. Here we go. My bronze medal for Shit Towns of Australia. And NCR is going to be so pissed off here with this because he's going to miss it. Is the Gold Coast of Queensland. Of course, for those in the US, you probably remember Surfers Paradise in particular, where they used to have the annual IndyCar race over in Australia. But what you may not know is that areas of the Gold Coast have now become a bit of a shit. We got a multi for you this one here. First off, we've got a bloke who's been busted for living in a tent on top of a stolen car. But our main story. A Gronk has stolen a caravan with 3 kids inside, runs over a dog, and then crashes it into a ditch.
Wow.
A Gold Coast man has been charged after crashing an allegedly stolen caravan with 3 children inside as their mother watched on. Police allege the 59-year-old man using a single ratchet strap to hook the caravan to the back of his SUV at about 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday before towing it from a Glenrowan Drive property in Talai in the Gold Coast hinterland. So the Gold Coast hinterland is just a little bit inbound from the Gold Coast itself, sort of the more high regions of the Gold Coast. You sort of have to go through it if you're on your way either to the Darling Downs in Queensland or if you're heading northwest to Brisbane.
Right.
The drive between the Gold Coast and Brisbane is only about 45 minutes as well, so it's not far. As the man allegedly drove away down a hill, the caravan built up speed and overtook the car before both vehicles crashed into a ditch, running over the family's dog in the process. The female Rottweiler was taken to the vet with head injuries and 2 broken legs. The 3 children aged 7, 5, and 2 were still inside the caravan at the time of the crash but were not injured. Police say their 40-year-old mother climbed on top of the caravan and rescued the children through a skylight. Neighbours told the ABC the man had recently rented a spot in the driveway to the woman and her children who were not related to him. The man was taken to hospital under police guard, has been charged with unlawful use of dangerous operation of a motor vehicle, and he will face Southport Magistrates Court in November. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the job that was done to it. So on the left there is the caravan that got dragged along, and on the right, that's the car. Now, as we go down a little bit, inspections being done of the crashed caravan. And what's fascinating about it is that this house was actually destroyed in a fire last year, and that's the remnants of the fire. The caravan was being covered by insurance as a temporary accommodation while they rebuilt the house.
And then along comes this jackass.
Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, all I can say about this guy is dead set what a shit human, and it's another one that really should be up for a wood chipping in that regards. NCR, are you there?
I am here, sir.
You just missed a story from Goldie.
God damn it. I had to deal with something. Sorry about that. But
that's okay.
It's the things about lives, man. You
absolutely.
Man. What number are we on?
We're up to your bronze, and then straight after that will be your silver medalist.
All right. Are you Haitian? Body cam footage shows a Florida ICE agent arrested for DUI and child endangerment.
Wonderful.
Did you say a bad ICE agent?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're not quite yet. I'm playing it right now.
Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops. Springfield cops are on the take. But what do you expect for the money we make? Whether in a car or on a horse, we don't mind using excessive force. Bad cops, bad cops. Bad cops, bad cops.
Yes, that's right. Deputies released body cam footage capturing the DUI arrest of a Florida Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent with 2 young children in the car. The short video footage that was nearly 2 hours has been shortened from nearly 2 hours. Shows a 42-year-old man, Scott Dennis Roth of Miami, failing sobriety tests, questioning authorities before he was arrested after failing field sobriety tests. At one point, he questioned the race of an individual by asking, "Are you Haitian?" I have no clue what that has to do with this, but Fair enough. He also had on him he's currently facing several charges of driving drunk recklessly with his truck, while he had the minor children, a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, in the car with a strong odor of alcohol coming from him. Family members were able to retrieve the vehicle and pick up the 2 children at the Department of Family Services were notified. But I have some photos of our fine Florida man here. So here is him inside the truck. Classy guy, classy. Minor child there blurred out. Good mug shot. Why does he look like Gary Busey's son, Jake Busey? Like that photo right there from the body cam footage. He looks like Jake Busey.
That's just wild, honestly. And the funny thing is, in those photos, Dick Bag, he actually looks like he's kind of proud of himself.
Yeah, well, yeah. What's not to be proud of, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, just wait.
You're silver medalist.
Silver medalist. Well, guess what? She's back.
Oh no, not another Florida woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Is that half your stories this week?
The majority of them, yes.
Oh wow.
Florida woman threatens to blow up high school over daughter's boyfriend missing lunch.
Because that's entirely rational.
Yes.
Seems reasonable.
Listen, we've all had those moments where we're just hangry. But a Rock Ledger mom took it a bit too far. Brandy Culverton, age 40, allegedly decided the best way to handle her daughter's boyfriend not getting a school lunch was to threaten to burn down the school and blow the fucking school up. Those are the exact quotes. Because in Florida, when you're mad at the cafeteria policies, you don't just call the principal. You straight up make terrorist threats.
You know, it's how we do things here, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there. Hey, you messed up my order. What's my response? I throw an alligator through your drive-through. Deny me McNuggets? I drive a car through your window. It's just a Florida thing.
And the worst part is,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Dick Bag, those are all real stories as well that he just went through.
I'm sure. And I was wondering when we would get to an alligator or a crocodile, and there's our first appearance.
Well, that's you should have been here because I don't know if you can notice. Actually, under my name, it says not an alligator lawyer. Because a couple of weeks ago, we had a Florida man go into a jail and try to pay somebody's bond with an alligator, and then tell the jail staff it's okay because the alligator is a lawyer. Yeah.
Now, I just want to say that kind of makes sense because what do you think one of the most favorite pastimes of your average lawyer in Florida is? Let's be honest. They love a round of golf. And where often than not do you find alligators?
Yeah, on the golf course. Right?
Yep, absolutely.
Or lounging in somebody's pool defiantly.
If you like pina colada.
Police were called and staff identified her as she had made threats to burn down the school and began to yell and curse at staff in the administration office, where she was promptly arrested and was released on a $75,000 bond.
fairly large.
That's actually not that. It's not that large.
$75,000 is not large.
Oh no!
Admittedly, I don't. I'm not in that.
Well,
Business.
let me put it this way. It's a large number, but in the state of Florida, that's kind of mild. Because we have had incidents of people getting $1 million bonds for stupid shit.
Wow.
Like a woman burnt down a century cypress tree and was given a $10 million bond. Where we've had people busted for like the 20th possession with intent to sell drugs, getting a $10,000 bond with 10%.
Wow. Yeah.
Florida is a backwards state.
Yeah, I see some of that stuff in California too, for sure.
Anthony?
Yes.
Who is your gold medalist?
It'll be my silver medalist at this point.
Silver medalist.
Because we got ourselves back onto parity at the moment. And for my silver medalist, well, I think you're going to need to get King Shark ready for this one here. Because we're off to Tuchakoi in Queensland. You missed it, NCR. We've said my top three are all Queensland stories.
No, I heard. I was able to hear.
A Gronk has set a shed on fire, and for the coup de grace, he then beat up a firefighter.
Oh, well, you can kindly go fuck yourself.
Wise words from King Shark, don't you think, Dickbag?
Yeah. What is a Gronk? Sorry.
A redneck, an F-wit, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
Okay, so we have rednecks and hillbillies. They have bogans and gronks. And the gronk is just, imagine the stereotypical redneck if he had fewer teeth and a fancy accent.
Unfortunately, because the story is in Gympie and because, FU News Limited, Victoria Mail has put this behind a paywall, but we have been able to get enough out of this. This is what's actually happened with his NCR. This is the story from a couple of weeks ago, you might remember, where a guy set the shed on his parents' farm on fire.
I remember that.
He has now been sentenced over that story. Benji Hemmett is his name. Not only did he set the family shed on fire, he then threw a 45 kilogram gas bottle at a firefighter who was trying to put it out.
Wow.
To clarify, 45 kilograms is just shy of 100 pounds.
God damn.
That ain't a small gas bottle.
Was the power of meth compelling him?
I wouldn't be. Go on.
I was going to say it's hardly behavior you would expect from a guy called Benji.
Well, I kind of got the feeling that maybe he was trying to channel his own version of Half-Life 2, running around with a gravity gun and flinging gas bottles at opponents.
Yeah, that's pretty extraordinarily. I mean, that's very extreme.
So, it's the firefighter has recovered from the incident, and he has been sentenced over. And unfortunately, the details are not available at this stage. But let's just say we're not going to be seeing this drink of water again for quite a while. And honestly, because he assaulted a first responder, he got the King Shark treatment. And with that NCR, it's gold medal time.
I'm going to need some more help with this one because we're going to need the wood chipper, bourbon, and all of my alcohol supply for this.
Oh boy.
Florida man. Deputy sends nudes to 10-year-old girl.
Oh, geez. Wood chipper time.
A Charlotte County deputy is charged for sending explicit photos and videos to a 10-year-old Texas girl. And you know what? I don't give a fuck about this. I'm going to say it. Deputy James Ford was charged with solicitation of a minor and sending harmful materials to a minor.
Rock spider.
Yeah, rock spider is the Australian slang term for a chomo. Pedo. So, let's get into this one. New court documents reveal what led up to the arrest of a Charlotte County Sheriff's deputy. According to recently required information, the deputy allegedly sent requests for nude pictures and videos from a 10-year-old on TikTok.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes. Deputy James Ford had been arrested and charged with 3 third-degree felonies. According to the arrest report, the Cumberland County Sheriffs in Texas, in conjunction with the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office on October 28th, regained the man. They had arrested him for engaging with inappropriate contact with a 10-year-old girl from the state of Texas. The mother of the girl said the 10-year-old daughter was acting inappropriate and not herself. The report said the mother had took the child's phone and told investigators that she had found numerous conversations with a man, including nude photos and videos of the child sent through TikTok. Investigators say the child was interviewed by forensic examiners where she admitted to messaging and sending inappropriate photos and videos of herself at his request. The man I later identified as Ford. According to the sheriff's office reports, the girl said the man had sent nude photos of himself to her as well. Deputies say the man also requested images and videos of her private area and even asked her to make inappropriate gestures. An image attached to the screen name on TikTok matched the Florida driver's license found in the state database system. That same day, Ford was being brought in for questioning by Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. At first, the deputy say Ford claimed he was not familiar with that TikTok profile. Investigators say that he later admitted he was in communications with the child through the social media platform and admitted to inappropriate conversations with the child. With later quoting to say, I fucked up really bad, Ford told investigators, according to the report. Ford was charged with solicitation of a minor online and sending harmful materials to a minor and harmful communications with a minor. He has been placed on administrative leave without pay. The sheriff's office told Fox 4 that they have nothing to suggest that there has been any other victims. In court, Ford virtually appeared in Charlotte County courtrooms on Wednesday morning, televised with Ford facing the judge, so news outlets could not see the deputy. Prosecutors in the courtroom said They could not find a criminal history on Ford. The judge said his bond would be set at $45,000. Again, this is one of those cases where it should be a fucking million, and it should be cash up front.
Or no bond.
No bond would be ideal, but Florida, we gotta give them something. He is also not to have any contact with any minors and not to have access to any internet or social media. However, the judge had ruled that Ford used his internet for financial employment, and the attorney converted some of this to allow him to have access to financial institutions only for work purposes. He has another court appearance on December 1st at 9:30 a.m., and that's at the Charlotte County Courts. If you want to go down there and be a journalist, you could do that. Again, Charlotte County, Florida Courts, 9:30 a.m., December 1st. I think it's a Tuesday.
Oh, God. Dealing with rock spiders, honestly.
I mean, I already know what Sheriff Chitwood's going to do if this was his county. Sheriff Chitwood, he's done this before with rock spiders and people who've shamed the badge. He gets all the new recruits into his office. He takes that badge of the deputy that fucked up and melts it in front of them and says, "We don't tolerate that here. We will never use that badge again." And just melt it in front of them until it's nothing.
I like that. I really like that. Well,
Anthony,
yes.
who's your gold medalist?
NCR. Remember how I told you that we're doing a Queensland triple play for my medals? Yep. Are you sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
Are you a little bit excited?
Are we going to my favorite city?
We are indeed.
The city of Townsville is under attack.
Townsville.
Yes, Dickbag, we do have a city of Townsville in Australia.
Nice.
And, geez, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily top that story, NCR, but, I'm going to need a couple of them for this one particular story because we've got a serial sex pest caught wanking in public, steals a $400 sex toy, and then shits on a stranger's patio. Which means we got to knock off a couple of these straight away, and we're going to need a special guest.
I'm Troy McClure, and I'll leave you with what we all came here to see. Hardcore nudity!
Oh, Dickbag, sorry, we should have probably warned you about that one.
Oh, that's okay.
We love our Simpsons references here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. This guy here, unfortunately, this story is behind a paywall, but we do believe, NCR, it is a gentleman who has appeared a couple of times on the Shit Towns. He's done it again.
If it's who I think it is this like his 5th time?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, he's an overachiever.
He is an overachiever, which means there's only one model he follows by.
I'll fucking do it again.
This time he has stolen a $400 sex toy. The details of it are a little bit shitty. Let's just put it that way.
Did you really?
Yeah. He assaulted an elderly man in the process, and then just to rub salt in the wounds on the guy who tried to stop him. The elderly man tried to stop him. He literally took a dump on his patio.
As one does.
Fucking weirdo.
Oh. just you get to the point where you just go like, what is your problem? Like, seriously, what is your problem?
Well, me, I'm just fucking crazy, but I don't know what his deal is.
I just don't know. So we are going to suppress his name because, of course, he hasn't been formally charged yet, but he has been arrested, and they've probably given enough clues as to who it is. So when you go online to try and find out who it is, you may not be surprised to see his name pop up a few times.
Please reveal the person who we believe it is. You can remember his name.
The allegation is that it could be Anthony Craven. We are not confirmed of that just yet. That is the allegation. So we are waiting for confirmation on this at this point. But he has been done a few times.
Now, the last time he was on here, he had stolen a not $500 sex toy. It was a $300 glass marital aid. Stole a car, wrecked said car into a building, defecated on the car, and then was arrested attempting to start a small fire.
It may well be the same person.
Was that some sort of like a decathlon of shitty behavior? What the fuck? That's quite any one of those things is a pretty big thing to do on any given day, but the whole list, man, that's
I forgot. I left out the most crucial of factors.
Unfortunately, NCR, I'm going to have to go. I'm being called in, but I'll catch you all later. I'm sorry. I've been called into an emergency call.
That's fine, Anthony.
Catch you later.
Take care.
We'll wrap it up here. But the key thing that I left out was he did this all naked.
Oh, well, naturally.
Yeah. Well, we're going to call it here, folks. Thank you again, Dickbag, for joining us on here. And you always have an open invitation if you ever want to come back.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, for sure.
Would you like to plug your channel?
Yeah, I got a channel. Go watch a shit on it. I'm going to be I will be going live here in a second. So,
all right. Well,
unless you're watching this in the future, that information does you no good.
Well, on that note, folks, we will see you all next time. Be well, be safe, and have a good evening.